Hey everybody, the live stream's up on Facebook. Now I understand the Facebook audio may be absolute garbage. I don't know, and I'm not monitoring the Facebook page. So if you're watching this on Facebook, you may want to come over to the YouTube channel. I put the link in the chat. So all you gotta do is click on the link, come over to the YouTube channel. You'll have a much better interaction. So having said that, I'm going to extend the Facebook page to full screen. I guess I'm not because it won't go full screen. Okay, if you're on Facebook, watch for us over on YouTube. All right, guys. We have a lot of noise coming from somewhere.
Well, it's not for me, because I don't even have my TV on. Is Caleb fishing?
That might be it. That might be it. All right.
He's out on a boat fishing, isn't he?
That's a little better, Caleb. I got to say, this is going to be the. That'd be fine with me, man. That'll be great. That'll be absolutely fantastic. So I'm getting ready to go live. So and we're live. Hey everybody, this is the
Hello.
moment you've been waiting for. I've got Caleb here, and there's no way I could pronounce your last name, Caleb. I'm from Tickbite, North Carolina. You're gonna have to help me with that. It's way over one syllable. Say again.
Return it.
All right, and I got Stephanie on the phone. Stephanie's internet connection was just it was horrible. So we had to back up and regroup. So go ahead and say, hey, Stephanie.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
All right, there you have it. So these folks here are running a wonderful organization, and I'm going to let Caleb just sort of steal the show and just tell us all about it. By the way, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. He is on the water, on a boat, actively fishing
Fishing.
during the podcast. So we may actually get a fish caught. We may get all kinds of interesting things. So Caleb, take a moment, introduce yourself, and tell us who you are. Tell us what tonight's event's all about, and then tell us about a little bit about that fishing boat you got going on there. Sending hound pups worldwide to kids that want hound pups. That's fantastic, man. So you have them write in, and they explain why they want the dog and how they're going to take care of the dog. Man, I think that's great. Getting kids involved is the main part we've got to do here. And I'm going to give Stephanie an opportunity to introduce herself. And Caleb, you're not going to be able to hear her, but I'm going to put the microphone down to the phone, and Stephanie, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, my name's Stephanie. I got involved, let's see, this year will be the third year that I've been involved, and I can't even be honest with you, Todd, how I even found out about it. I think it was a post somebody shared about the Great American Hound Pup Giveaway, and so I did a little research, and I got into looking into it, and got on their site, and just the feedback that I was seeing of these kids, especially the reaction of these kids' faces and the updates that they were getting. Like last year, one of my favorite videos, and I will share that with you, Todd, is this little boy. He's riding on a tricycle, if I can say this without crying, riding a tricycle, dragging a coon hide, and this little hound pup's chasing him all over the property. It's just, to me, it's amazing what well, I can say now, because I've been involved for 3 years now. It's amazing what this program's doing. Because at the end of the day, without our youth hunters, with everything that we're facing between, all the new laws they're trying to pass and everything else, it's going to be a dying tradition. So, at the end of the day, I just love everything this program stands for. It's, last year we give away technically 52 pups, but I might as well say 53 because one of the pups that I donated to a little girl and her brother last year, the little girl's pup died. They don't know what happened to him. But the puppy that I kept out of the litter, I ended up giving to her. And I put a post up on the different hound groups and thought it was just amazing to me. One of our local transporters on the East Coast said, hey, I'll come get that puppy and I'm not going to charge you or parents anything to transport. And that's Donnie Wayne Yates. He come picked her up and took her right down to him. So, but I just love everything this program stands for.
Well, that's fantastic. And Stephanie, what kind of hunting do you do?
Right now I'm just strictly coon, but I moved from Pennsylvania to West Virginia, so I've got quite a few that I'm getting into there. My last cross that I did, Mama is blue tick spot cross, Daddy is full-blooded Frogger Walker. And at 8 months old, I've got reports back from people that got pups for me how they're running there. So that's what we're getting ready to do. Currently 8 days away from another litter being born, and 2 of these puppies are going to the pup giveaway, which I'm super excited about.
Well, that's fantastic. Let's hop back in here with Caleb and see what's going on.
All right. See if you caught anything.
Well, somebody's got to do it, right? Caleb, I got a question for you. Do I sound funny to you? Do I have an accent? Absolutely. Let me clarify something with you there, Caleb. I'm gonna get real serious with you here for a minute, okay? I don't have an accent. Do you know how I know for a fact I don't have an accent? God talks like I do. Cause I'm down here in God's country. I don't know, man. I'm in God's country here in North Carolina. Wisconsin is beautiful. So where are you at fishing? Where are you at? It's beautiful. You've got a beautiful backdrop there. Pan that camera around, show us a little bit. Actually, you got to talk a little bit so the camera. You got to talk while you're panning so the camera will take the focus to you. You have to talk while you're panning the camera, or the camera won't focus on you. It'll stay on my ugly mug. All right, so it's kind of like Christmas around your place. People write in about the pups. They yeah, I hear you. So so you got what kind of puppies are you giving away? What are your do you do beagles? You do mainly big dogs, or what have you got? Okay, that's outstanding. So I'm guessing I'm going to have somebody that's going to pop up and say, "I can't believe they're just giving dogs to kids." Parents are involved in this process. I'm sure, you know.
Absolutely, 100%.
So is usually the parent, is the parent usually a hunter as well?
Yes.
That's great. The how do you source the? I had to unmute my microphone. My microphone's picking up that noise from the fishing boat and stuff, so I got a mute or it causes a little bit of feedback. So how do you source the dogs? Where do the puppies come from? That's outstanding. And you're so the people donate the puppies and they say, okay, I'm pledging you, I'm going to give you this pup, and you're going to give the pups away in August. So they take care of the pup from the time they pledge it until August, right? That answered one of my next questions was how old do you try and do the puppy? So sometimes the lady saw it. I don't know if you saw it. I write some children's books. They're called Beagle Book Club, and the main star of of the book series is Lucinda. She's the old hound that trains all the young pups in the Beagle Book Club series. So I don't know whether you realize it or not, but Lucinda actually got involved with your organization, and she's got these pups together down at her academy, and she's training them. She's teaching them that lightning storms are not monsters, and that their children that they're going to are their friends, and she's teaching them to ride in the dog box. And I wrote a little short story about Lucinda helping with the Great American Hound
Yeah,
Pup
'cause
giveaway.
I sent it to Caleb to make sure he read it because it had me in tears, Todd. I loved it.
Did you hear what she
Every
said?
word that you, every word of that, Todd, is how I feel about the pup giveaway that we're doing. You captured it 100%.
And you sent it to Caleb, and you made sure somebody read it to him?
Well, no, I read it to my aunt because she called me one morning. She calls me every morning, and she loves what I do with my hounds, and she loves how involved I am with the pup giveaway. And I sent it to her, but because our service is so bad, it took a long time for it to get to her. So I just pulled it up and I read it to her as I'm following. And she says to me, when I got done reading it, she says, that captures it 100%. Everything that this organization is doing. And I told her, I said, exactly.
Well, that's,
And you really knew nothing about what we're trying to accomplish with these youth hunters, but you captured it 100%, Todd. It was great. And the next question my aunt asked me, she says, does he write children's books? Because she says he needs to write children's books and start selling children's books.
well, tell your aunt, yeah, I write children's books, and you can also tell her I used to be a soldier. So I went from
She already knows that. But you, Todd, when I tell you, you captured everything, and it meant more to me because the way you worded it, it was from the older hound explaining to the younger hound, and it was like, because that's how I live my life. Right now, I have 18 hounds total. And right now, I have 9 hounds that live in the house with me. The other ones are outside. And I'm literally sitting here looking at my female, watching babies kicking in her belly that are due in 8 days, and I can't wait.
8 days,
Now, a lot
huh?
of people are probably, a lot of people probably think I'm crazy, but, my babies come before anything else in my life. I've done raised my kids. I'm in the 50s. And I just enjoy hound life more than anything. So for us to be able to put hound puppies out there to kids that actually, and I think that we need to do something this year. I haven't talked to Amanda and Caleb about this yet, but I think we need to do a contest after the kids that win pups this year for the best receiving video, because the videos we get, Todd, of when these kids get their hands on their puppies is just outstanding. It's just, because nowadays you can't be a breeder and expect to make money, because you just can't. It doesn't work that way. But at the end of the day, to see the reaction these kids have when they get their hands on their first hound pup that they've ever had, it brings me back to whenever I was a kid and my grandpa gave me my first hound pup. It's just, and some of these letters these kids write into us, it's just, some of them make you laugh, and some of them make you laugh and go into tears, and it's just, it's a great program.
All right, so I got some questions for Caleb or Stephanie, but let's see. Let's give Caleb a chance to answer. So, what states did you send puppies to last year? You said you sent them to some states and some countries. So tell me what you can remember. And that's amazing because people the states you're talking about, they all have their own different hunting styles. Every
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine it is, and I'm sure you make the big bucks doing it, right?
Huh.
That's what I get accused of all the time. I get accused of making the big bucks
Right.
doing this, and I that's right. I've posted my earnings a couple of times, and people have actually said, "Oh, that's BS." I'm like I've made tens of pennies off of this, man. I've really gotten rich doing this. So really, my goal in starting this whole thing was to be able to give people a voice that don't have a voice, and
Exactly.
I feel like I've done that.
You
I've
have,
got some
Todd.
people that
That.
I've got some people that appreciate it, and I've got some people that absolutely hate me. I've gotten fan letters and death threats. So I've gotten from one extreme to the other. I got somebody very upset with me today because I hunt. And Stephen, Stephen Self, he and I have been talking. He's an online creator as well. And actually, I think it might have been Christopher I was talking to last night when I said this. It might not have been Stephen. But I had a lady on the comments just telling me all kinds of stuff about how I was the devil because I went bear hunting and I had a picture of a bear on the back of the truck, and I had a bunch of kids that were involved in the bear hunt, and I was the most evil person in the world because I had involved the children and just all kinds of things. So as she's typing away, in the comment section, I'm looking at her picture, and I see a Lexus car in the background. So she's got nice leather seats. She's dressed in a nice outfit in her picture. She's got a leather belt. She's got leather shoes. And I was like, so do you eat meat? Of course I do. I get it from the grocery store like a normal person. Good deal. Where you reckon that leather came from that's on your car seats and your belt and your shoes and so on and so forth? The only difference between me and you is I got enough gumption to do it myself. I don't expect somebody else to do it for me. But I will say this: um, I don't shoot every deer I see. I don't shoot every bear I see. I I pulled the trigger very little last hunting season. I did a whole lot of dog running and dog training, and occasionally I took something to put it in the freezer, and that's about it. But it's not a
Yes, sir.
hound hunting is the only form of hunting that's actually catch and release. You're out there fishing right now. You can catch that fish and decide to throw it back or not. Well, I can tree a bear, tree a coon. I can run a deer and choose to let it go.
Absolutely, 100%, Todd.
And I think that hound hunting and getting the youth involved is one of the most important things we can do. That's the one reason I write the Beagle Book Club stories, is to get the kids involved. So yeah, dogs were domesticated in prehistory. I've written a book. It's actually a manuscript at the moment called The Fire and the Hound, and it's the story of how dogs came to be in the first place. I got a wolf in it named Aru. I was real creative on my part about the name of the wolf. Aru. His name's Aru. So, but it's the story of how Aru made friends with a man and became the first dog by choice. It wasn't by a leash. It wasn't by being forced into it. He chose to join with man. And wolves were domesticated in prehistory for the purpose of hunting. I've seen all kinds of cave paintings of people back in prehistory hunting with dogs, hunting deer and hunting all kinds of things with dogs. You know what I haven't seen a picture of? A bait pie. Well, I lost Stephanie. Um, but I hadn't seen a picture of that. I'm not saying they didn't do it. I'm just saying I didn't see it. I know that if I was trying to grow crops and the deer were in there eating my crops and I was going to starve if I didn't grow my corn and stuff, I would probably eat some deer too. I'd probably hang out by the garden and see what I could put on the table from the deer. But hunting and the ability to have the protein from the meat is what helped the human body develop to the point it is now. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, I'm sorry. I don't know why somebody tried to call me and we got disconnected.
That happens. Anyway, you made it. I'm getting ready to let Caleb have the microphone again. Go for it, buddy.
Okay.
It's all you, Caleb. Anything you want to, buddy. Yeah, she's here. Stephanie's here. What do you want to ask her? I'll have to relay. So be announcing August 2nd who wins the puppies. Stephanie, he had a question when the deadline was.
Pardon me?
Caleb had a question, when is the deadline?
It's in, oh, good Lord. The middle of July, I believe July the 15th, correct, Caleb?
He said that sounds right.
Hear me, Todd?
He said that sounds right. Yeah, he can hear you. The only thing is you can't hear him.
Okay, yeah, I believe it's July the 15th. So, you know, I mean,
So bottom line, don't mess around. Get your letter in.
Yeah,
If you want to get a
yeah,
pup,
get your
get your.
letters in, and a lot of the pups were getting donated here recently. I mean, we've got some crap.
Hang on a minute. Everybody's talking at the same time. Hang on, Stephanie.
Okay.
Go ahead, Caleb. So if you go to their Facebook page, the Great American Hound Pup Giveaway. The instructions are on there: how to write the letter, how to apply for a puppy, and he's saying that he's got to have it in his hand by the deadline. That if it comes in after the deadline, they don't even bother to try and read it because there's nothing they can do about it. So don't wait till the last minute. Just because they say the deadline's the 15th of July, that means you should have wrote the letter yesterday. So
Exactly.
sit down with your kid and get the letter written, or sit down with your kids. You sit down with your adult. Now what Lucinda's going to tell you is those puppies, they're waiting. They're waiting for their child. See, they're waiting for their child to put their.
Those letters.
They're waiting for their child to write the letter and get the puppy so that the child can put the collar around the puppy. See, every puppy wants a nice collar that belongs to their boy or girl. So they're all excited about that, and that's.
We got beautiful puppies out there waiting on these kiddos' letters.
But you said you've got how many letters right now, Caleb? Oh, we don't want that. So that's good, man. Look, thanks for being here. I hope we got enough information out there for people. And 30 puppies, man. You're going to give away 30 puppies. That's Santa Claus right there. All right. Thanks for being on, Caleb. We'll talk with you later. All right. Bye. All right, Stephanie.
Hey, how are you?
What else do you want to add before we put a bow on this thing and wrap it up?
At the end of the day, there, Todd, I mean, like last year, like I said, we give officially 52 pups away. We've got so many donators for puppies out there waiting to donate pups. Amanda Briscoe is the one that handles the pup donations. So she's got so many people on standby waiting to see how many letters we get from these kiddos. So we always strive every year to make sure that every kid that writes a letter gets a puppy.
Well, that's
why
absolutely
it's so
fantastic.
important to go through you and do this podcast tonight so that everybody doesn't think that this is a scam or they've got to do this, they've got to do that. I mean, Todd, we've got transporters that donate or cut a huge discount on their price to get these puppies if we're talking many states away, wherever Amanda decides the puppies are going to. Because we're just striving, to make sure that these kids get their first hound puppy. So,
And-
it's like the comments you made to Caleb about, these puppies are waiting and they're excited about the letters and waiting for their special collar and waiting to meet their kid. There's that many puppies out there waiting for these kids to start writing in.
So anybody that wants to donate, they can donate a puppy. They can also donate collars, leashes, leads.
Yep. They can donate monetary value in, which the money that comes in, Caleb and Amanda utilizes that for the shipping fee for the gear, because Caleb takes care of the gear that's donated, and we all know how expensive postage is nowadays.
Well,
Any monetary money that's donated towards the pup giveaway, that's what it's used for, to utilize that. I can't even remember how much money Amanda told me last year they come out of Amanda and Caleb's pocket, their own pocket, to cover a postage fee to make sure that these kids got the gear shipped to them. So it's just, I love the group that I'm involved with. I love Amanda and I love Caleb. Amanda was going to be on air tonight, but she's at bear camp. It's just an outstanding. The only thing that we benefit from with this group, Todd, is, and I'll start sending you more videos, which anybody can get on the website and see the updates and the videos and stuff with these kids, with these puppies, and it's just, anybody that's a hound lover cannot watch these videos and not have it jerk at their heart, to see what these kids are doing, especially our younger kids. My Lord. That's like the first part of the year we did this contest to encourage our past winners. We wanted them to design this year's design for our hoodies. And Miss Melanie Hass is the one that does it. She does the design and, sells the hoodies for a certain amount of money, but some of that money comes back to pup giveaways to help cover the postage to mail out the gear and stuff.
And what was her page? You sent it to me earlier.
I sent it to you. It Hound something. I can't remember. Let me see if I can pull it up here, Todd. But she's outstanding. I mean, the caliber of hounds that she's got is phenomenal. But she's been there since,
It was
Amanda
Hound.
took it over.
It's Hound Life.
Let's see.
I don't remember.
There it is. Hound Life Outdoors. Hound Life Outdoors Unleashed is what it is. And she's just phenomenal. I mean, but then we've got so many supporters out there right now, which is different, on the West Coast from the East Coast. It's so different, because we're looking at different caliber of hounds and different caliber of game that everybody's running with their hounds, which is fine. But the great thing that I love about this program is introducing it through the U.S. so all kids can get involved, whether they're running, mountain lions, bobcats, bears, coons.
So
I'd love to get the rabbits and the squirrel in the middle of it.
I've got her page up on the screen now. Hound Life
Yeah.
Outdoors Unleashed Apparel and Clothing. So you guys check that out. Check her out. Keep in mind she's making these hoodies for the kids and check her out and see what you think about that. I brought it up on the screen so you could see it.
And Dustin Clark, he's another huge supporter of us.
So I just want to recap this this group, the Great American Hound Pup Giveaway, is a 501(c) charity. They have a tax ID. It's something you can donate to, and it does. You can donate a puppy. You can donate equipment. Every puppy's going to need a collar. They're going to need a lead. You could donate a tracking collar if you wanted to, or a tracking collar system. You could donate money. You can just go to their page and give them a like and subscribe and share their information. There's all kinds of ways you can support them. So if you like doing this and you like seeing kids involved, go for it. If you got a kid out there and you think the kid would like to have a pup, sit down with the kid, talk with them about it, explain to them that it is a commitment. You don't just get a puppy and that's it. You got to train the puppy. You got to spend time with the puppy. You got to teach the puppy what your voice sounds like and what you want the puppy to do when you talk to it. I've got a dog now that's 10 years old. And my family is amazed. I hunt with my family. And they're amazed because I can control the dog off leash with my voice and my hands. I even had some of them last hunting season say, "Your dog acts like a house dog, not a hunting dog." But then he hunts and he hunts good. But he is a house dog. He's not just a tool that I throw in the kennel and forget about. I had him in the house this past weekend, and he was kicked back on the couch eating treats. So he was the snack monitor for the day. So it's a commitment, and your puppy is going to grow up to be a dog, and your dog is not going to be there for your entire life. That is the unfortunate part about having a dog and having a good dog, is that the reward for having a good dog is eventually a broken heart.
Yep.
You know what? I've been talking this whole time, and you've been talking. I've had the microphone muted. So nobody heard a thing that we've said for about, I don't know, probably 10 minutes. So isn't that wonderful?
Are you
So
talking to me or are you talking to Caleb?
I'm talking to you. Caleb's gone. But I've been talking this whole time and had my microphone muted. So
Oh my goodness.
let me go back and cover some of that again. The Great
Okay.
American Hound Pup Giveaway is a 501c charity. You can donate directly to them. They've got a Facebook page. You can donate money. You can donate a puppy. You can donate equipment. You can just support them. Give them a like and a share. Ever what you want to do. But if you've got a child out there that's looking for a puppy, sit down and talk with the child. Remind the child that a puppy is a commitment, and you're going to need to work with the puppy and train the puppy and teach the puppy what you expect of the puppy, and you got to teach the puppy to listen to you, and you teach the puppy recall, what it means to come back. But the most important thing about a puppy is that when you get the puppy, you're agreeing to at least a 10-year commitment, sometimes 15. I've had a dog live to 18 years. But there's one thing that's definitely constant. Your dog probably will not be there for your whole life, but you will be there for your dog's whole life. So, he may be a part of your life, but you're going to be a part of his entire life. So keep that in mind when you're writing your letter about your puppy and how you're going to take care of your puppy, that it's a commitment, and it's a daily commitment. It's something you got to do every day. So we're going to wrap up, Stephanie. What
Okay.
what do you want to add for your parting statement?
I just want to thank everybody that's tuned in. I want to thank all our supporters. I want to thank Carl for starting it out to begin with, because it's one of the most fantastic programs. And I believe, if I remember correctly, when he started it, it was just local, and he gave away like maybe 2 or 3 pups. And Carl is just amazing with what he does with the pups that he's donated after the fact that everybody has taken the program over. I want to encourage the kids to seriously sit down and write your letters. If there's something that you are very interested in getting involved in, I mean, because we've got a numerous amount of generous donators that if your parents can't afford to have the pup shipped to you, I mean, last year I drove 5 hours one way to meet the transporter to make sure the kids got the puppy in Utah. So everything's doable. I'm just really, really looking forward to this year. I'm super excited about the litter of pups that are coming out, getting ready to come in the next 8 days, which I don't think she's going to wait 8 days. But
So you've got a litter of puppies. You got a litter of puppies coming down. You're donating some puppies to the event as well.
2 of these puppies are going to the Hound Pup giveaway.
That's great. So let's hit the highlights.
Last year, my last litter was due last year. The kids had to wait 7 weeks before they were old enough to be shipped to them, but they were fine with that. And I will, Todd. I'll send you some of the reaction videos that the parents took last year, which I loved. Whenever they tuned in and listened to the announcement day, and the reaction of these kids, it was phenomenal. And to me, at the end of the day, I was like, well, that makes it well worth it. And then all the update videos and pictures and stuff that we get, it's just, I love it because it's us handing down the tradition to everything that we love. And we know with doing this with these kids, it's going to help keep our tradition thriving.
Well, that's fantastic. So, important dates to remember. The
I believe it's the 15th of July.
That's a
It's
hard
the
date.
cutoff date.
If the letter's not in hand by that time,
We've
you
got to turn them away.
got to turn them away. And then in
And
August,
then
they'll be getting the puppies.
August the 2nd is the big announcement day. And we'll post that on Facebook and on our group, what time and what the link is so that everybody can tune in with all their kids that wrote letters so that they can listen and watch Caleb announce, the kid and what state they come from and who they got a puppy from, and then the parents have got to contact Amanda, and Amanda lets them know, how we're going to ship puppies.
All right. Well, that's great. So we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for what you're doing. This is great. This is fantastic. I remember getting my first puppy. So.
Oh, I do too. So honest to God, Todd, every time I watch these videos of these kids, when they get their puppies from the pup giveaway, reminds me of the first pup my pap gave me.